City. A moment here now to see the numbers from Malcolm Brogdon.
And he's gone dry over the past 10 games, guys. His scoring is way down, and he can't seem to fight his way out of the slump. He better get it going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Sabonis and Turner up front. LeVert out there with Brogdon. And it's Holiday in at the 3, the small forward. And for Chicago, Satoransky runs the point with Levine at the 2. Young out there with Vucevic, and it's Williams at the 3. Levine can't hit. And so it's Sabonis who brings up the ball for the Indiana Pacers. Brogdon looking it over. From about 19 feet. And a little luck that time, but it drops. And as we come down the home stretch, some teams in position for the playoffs. How do you prepare for those young players who haven't been there yet, are wide-eyed and learning as they go?
You know, I'm not sure there's any preparing for it. I mean, they're going to be expected to contribute. You've got to be prepared from the standpoint of knowing your assignments, and because there's so much more information today, that does help. But the reality is they've already given the coaching staff a reason to think they have what it takes to help them make a run.
Here's Turner. Thaddeus Young picking up that last basket.
Woo, the defense gets away with a late rotation. That's a shot he normally makes.
And it's slammed in by Williams.
You have to be ready to receive when Satoransky has the ball. Shows excellent vision.
Here's Brogdon. After Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. The Bulls have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Passes it to Levine. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he's good on the second. For Indiana, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Brogdon inside the line. Tips it, and Turner stays with it.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Now here's Levine. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Orlando.
And his shot blocking helped as well. Those 2 blocks he had were big for them.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. The shot by Brogdon, no good. Chicago leading by 3. On the wing, Levine. And the jam by Levine.
Zach LaVine has won several dunk contests, but he still amazes me.
Here's Brogdon. Really played well against Houston in his last outing. Inside. Here's Sabonis. The shot missing. Bulls have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. And although the passes aren't flashy by any means, Nikola Vucevic, a very effective playmaker at the pivot.
And Vucevic is very calm when pressed. Reads the defense well and makes the simple but impactful pass. Great in dribble handoffs. It's a big reason he averages almost 4 assists a game.
The shot by Holiday, no good. Here's Chicago. Big run right now going for him, 11-2. And Levine throws it down.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
Now, here's Brogdon. And we know he can score. He's averaging around 21.5 points a game.
I don't know how many shots he's missed this quarter, but they're going to have to...
Oh, the power on that throwdown!
An explosive, high-level athlete. You see why Zach has won multiple dunk contests.
Pacers trail by 11. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Oh, Turner in position. No good on the shot.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
It started off looking good, but the timing was just a little off, and sometimes that's all it takes.
Williams comes with a double team. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Holiday with the block. And they'll keep possession. Levine on the follow. Levine's got 12 points in the game.
Man, he has been locked in this quarter, shouldering the load at the offensive end.
Here's Brogdon. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
And shows great poise when looking to score. Brogdon has an advanced offensive identity.
And so it's Chicago. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They've been playing. And recently we chatted with Zach LaVine about the team. And
we should have energy and we should be out playing the other team.
Greg trying to turn their youthful exuberance into a weapon.
I like that he's focused on increasing their level of activity because it's something within their control.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a comfortable margin for the Bulls here, guys.
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court right now for the Pacers, we've got T.J. McConnell. Doug McDermott is out there with Jeremy Lamb. And there's Miles Turner. And it's Holiday in at the 2. From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the Bulls have a new front office, branching out from the Nuggets Brain Trust with new team president. Given Denver's success identifying and developing young talent with a win percentage that's climbed year after year, there is at least some optimism that the Bulls will be able to build a similar and sustainable winning program. Guys?
Wouldn't that be a story? Thank you, David.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded. They are just killing them on the interior.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. McConnell passes to Turner. Over Tice. And the Pacers can't get it to go. And here's Levine who brings it up for Chicago. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. They went to Indiana for their last meeting with the Pacers and came out with a win.
And it was pretty much a cakewalk for them the last time these two squared off and had a clear advantage on the backboard.
They generated second chance opportunities on one end, preventing them on the other end. That was the story of the game.
Now the pass to Levine. Puts it up from 12. Rebounded by McDermott. Pacers trail by 14, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Daniel Tice. That is his first foul of the game. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Now, here's McConnell. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Rockets in Houston.
And he really made an impact defensively. His 4 steals were huge.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Turner. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You got to like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are 3 guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with the King. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. To do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. Sabonis kicks to Lamb. He dishes it to McDermott. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Sabonis. From outside, off the mark. Last outing for Indiana. They won that game against Houston. Taken away by Holiday. It's stolen by Aminu. To the inside. Out to White. Pass to Levine. And again, Chicago. No good. Pacers trail by 14. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. And stolen by White. Here's the break. Jumps up. And Levine throws it down.
This is what Zach LaVine is built to do. He can get you points in bunches, and sometimes he can go all night.
Holiday with it. Now defended by Levine. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
And it's easy to give up after a play like that, but this team needs to keep fighting.
It's just one trip down the court, but you have to have short memory in this league or you won't last long.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Vucevic checked in for Daniel Tice. Williams comes in for Al-Farouq Aminu. And Satoransky subbed in for Levine. Young's checked in for Markkanen. LeVert's checked in for the Pacers. 1:05 left now here in the second. Williams passes to White. Pass to Vucevic. Shot clock at 6. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Vucevic has got his first basket.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They came in focused and they've executed.
There's 39 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Brogdon left side. On the wing, Holiday.
Bringing a competitive energy to the defensive end. White stays connected to his man and plays with active hands.
From past the arc. They get it back, and it's put back in by Vucevic. And the Bulls lead by 21.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
And it's Brogdon off the drive. Here's McDermott. And again, unable to change momentum here. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. It's the Bulls delivering the blowout. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good. Zach LaVine led the way in the first half. He ended up with 17 points and 4. And that'll do.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Satoransky runs the point with LaVine at the 2. Williams is out there with Young. And it's Vucevic in its center. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, good to hear from you. Now, Zach LaVine has become a star, but he knows there's still work to be done. He said, I'm stepping into a leadership role, asking more of myself and giving more each year. You've got to look at your faults. I have to continue to improve my defense. I want to help us make the playoffs. My next step as a player is winning. Guys, back to you.
Great attitude. David, thank you.
Up in his playmaking skills, when LaVine notices an open teammate, he whips the pass over.
Brogdon the pass to Turner. Outside Holiday. 6 to shoot. Back to Turner. Tries again. And the layup is up and in.
Simply overpowers the defense. Turner's strength is of great value for his team.
LaVine kicks to Satoransky. Vucevic trying to get open. The shot by Satoransky, no good. And it's Sabonis with the ball for Indiana. Here's Brogdon. And Vucevic pulls it down. Vucevic has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Shaky start to the half. Going 1 for 4. Still trying to find that groove.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
He's got plenty of those, that's for sure. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. And fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Pacers trail by 21. To the middle. Here's Tice. Out to White. Pass to Aminu. Levine with it. And Holiday picks him up defensively. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And it's White missing. Pacers have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Well, we're into the 3rd quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. Turner. That falls. Nice feed that time from Sabonis. And it's 6 points for Miles Turner.
And using that improved court awareness, Turner continues to make plays out of the pick and roll.
White finds Markkanen. Here's Levine. A 3-ball. And again, Chicago. No good. And here is Brogdon. He has 6. The putback. Here's Turner. And finally they hit one. Turner's got 6 here in this quarter.
A big like Turner, just using that height inside, it's almost a lost art.
White the pass to Levine. Levine double team. And the foul on Miles Turner. That's his first foul. Doug McDermott, he's checked in for Indiana. TJ McConnell comes in for Malcolm Brogdon. And Levine, here we go. And the jam by Levine.
You see the acceleration of Levine on the dribble drive. That's hard to contain.
McConnell with it. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Dishes to McDermott. To the paint. Poked loose. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
So for the Bulls, Vucevic checked in for Daniel Tice, and it's Williams in for Al-Farouq Aminu. And a change for the Pacers. LeVert's checked in. Levine kicks to Markkanen. The dish to Vucevic. Here's the pass to Levine. Now here's Markkanen. Outside White for 3. And again, no good by Chicago.
I'll tell you what, he's been off target all night, and his teammates have had to rally.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. A shot by McConnell, no good. There's Levine. The shot's good on the assist by Vucevic. Levine's got 23 points.
The question for Zach Levine coming in, will he get strong enough? There's your answer.
Stolen by Levine. And so it's the Chicago Bulls with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifled. Now let's hear what head coach Billy Donovan was reviewing with his team in the hunt.
Guys, good job hitting ahead. That means we're running.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Chicago leading by 21, and a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the 4th quarter. We've got LeVert. Turner is out there with Doug McDermott, and it's TJ McConnell, and it's Holiday in at the 3 spot. White inside. He's covered by McConnell. Clock is at 3. Young with no one around. No good from the wing. Pacers trail by 21. Now McConnell. Feeds to McDermott. Makes it off the glass. McDermott's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Indiana.
Let's not forget, at 6'8", Doug McDermott has the ability to be a scoring threat inside the paint.
Here's White. Top of the key, and the call will be against Thaddeus Young. That's his first foul. And Indiana making a change here. Ogden's checked in. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. Trailing by 19. Here's Brogdon. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his specialty?
Whatever he made, it was special. It wouldn't matter.
Here's Satoransky. A putback, and it's put back in by Vucevic. And the Bulls lead by 19.
Challenging the defense at the rim, something he does very well. Excellent tip-in.
Ogden against Satoransky. Pulls from the top of the key. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
A quality shooter from that area. When you let Brogdon feel comfortable from there, he'll torch you.
Levert against White. Satoransky the pass to Vucevic. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. Satoransky's got 3 assists in the game. Now here's Brogdon. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth.
He's doing what he can to help them cut into this lead. His shot just isn't quite there tonight.
Pass to Satoransky. Williams kicks to Satoransky. Offline with his 3. Pacers trail by 19. Sabonis, the pass to Brogdon. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Pass to Satoransky. Vucevic controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Yeah, just a fantastic job to stay with the play and just not give up. Excellent effort on the offensive backboard.
And it's Brogdon off the drive. The shot misses. The Bulls leading by 21. Outside White. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Chicago.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
And not only are they on their way to winning this game, this also gives them a win in the season series.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Zach LaVine.
He really played at his preferred pace, never let adjustments by the defense speed him up or slow him down.
46 seconds left in the fourth. Sampson kicks to Holiday. Trying to end the drought. No good. Shot missing. And the Bulls going the other way now. Now here's Valentine. He's covered closely. Out to the right wing. Clock at 6. Archie Diacono, the pass to Valentine. And the 3 off target. Here's Vitadze. Outside, Martin. Good on the 3-point shot.
A beautiful bounce pass on the deck. He put it only where his man could get it.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining. We've got David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin,
Everyone talks about the Heat culture. It is special. David, thank you. Let's see some of the numbers here for Zach LaVine.
And he's lost some of his feel for the three-point shot. It's been a tough month for him from long range compared to earlier in the season. And now he might be starting to press, which can lead to even more problems.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Satoransky runs the point with LaVine at the 2. Williams is out there with Young. And it's Vucevic in at the 5. And for the Heat, Trevor Ariza out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Kendrick Nunn. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Robinson in at the 2 guard. Here's Adebayo. Vucevic with the rebound. Here's Vucevic. He'll bring it up for Chicago. And LaVine.
Oh,
yes, sir.
And there's a reason LaVine was a back-to-back champ at the slam dunk contest. He doesn't waste an opportunity to put on a show.
Butler with the ball. Williams picks him up. Nunn kicks to Butler. 6 on the shot clock. And he uses the glass on the layup. This is the time of year when teams can start to lose their focus just a little bit. How tough is it, do you think, to stay motivated at this stage of a long season?
Well, teams who have big aspirations.
Oh, the power on that throwdown.
Unreal.
And running the pick and roll to perfection there. Much easier to execute when you have a handle like LaVine.
Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. The finish and the jam by LaVine.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Nunn looking around. And the pass to Adebayo. It's stolen by Vucevic. And here we go. LaVine heading to the hoop.
Flying around in the open court, LaVine can beat you with the jumper and the ability to play above the rim.
Nunn kicks to Butler. From 7 and off the glass. That one's good. Butler's got his second basket of the game.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
And LaVine, here we go. That one goes in.
In a natural score, LaVine is content to try his luck from just about anywhere on the court.
Nunn with it. Now defended by LaVine. Outside for Robinson. A three-pointer off the mark. The Bulls leading by 6. And LaVine throws it down.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Ariza no one.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Just, oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
Nunn passes to Adebayo. Lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Well, Bam Adebayo is so efficient right there. He picks a smart shot that fits his skill set. Kendrick Nunn playing at Southside Chicago's Simeon High. That's the exact same high school that one Derrick Rose came from. He also played alongside Jabari Parker and won 4 state titles there.
And some changes here for the Heat. Bielitsa, who's checked in for Ariza. Tyler Hero comes in for Robinson. And it's Dragic in for Kendrick Nunn. And the Bulls making a change also. White's checked in. This is his first free throw of the game. And those 4 straight titles in Illinois record made it 7 total in Simeon's history.
That's unbelievable stuff, and that's probably why there's great reason why Kendrick Nunn's jersey hangs there in the rafters. Only 4 players have gotten that honor.
Here's Hero. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Shot's good by Achua. And here's LaVine, who brings it up for the Bulls. 8-point game. Their last encounter was in Chicago.
Well, in that one, you could pretty much see the writing on the wall. Their performance was lackluster at best.
Yeah, and they didn't get like blown out in that game, but it felt deflating and it felt like they got crushed. They could not get anything going no matter who they had out on the court.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Dragic finds Bjelica. Bounce pass, Dragic. Here's Hero. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game.
These are bonuses. When you get Bjelica inside to mix it up that way, that helps.
Here's Levine. Back to White. Gets it off. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Chicago, holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. We've got more in store for you right after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So the Bulls 5 right now. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Daniel Tice out there with Markkanen. And it's Aminu in at the small forward. Here's Levine, and the jam by Levine.
So aggressive once he gets high. Love how Levine stays after it when he gets it going.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there. Defense is tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
Iguodala deciding where to go with it. Passes it to Strus. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Levine up top. He's got 20. That one falls. Levine's got the lead up to 12 now for the Bulls.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
It's stolen by Tice. There's the steal. Dragic the pass to Achua. Excellent D there from Markkanen. Chicago leading by 12. Here's Levine. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something I can honestly say. As a kid, you dream about a lot of things. Winning, you know, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed, is to have your jersey hanging up in an arena. That was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly. Born and raised.
White dishes to Levine. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And Levine with the slam.
And the vertical that Levine has really gives him an advantage when he's able to hit that launching pad.
It's tipped. Williams with the ball. Butler covering all alone. And then Levine with the jam.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Nunn passes to Butler. Back to Nunn. Outside Robinson, just 5 to shoot. Here's Butler, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
The pump fake can still be used. This just in, and Butler with a great up fake to keep the defense off balance.
The Heat shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
Heroes checked in for Miami. And the Bulls making a change also. Satoransky's checked in for White.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Ariza against Levine. And then Levine with the jam.
Giving this team size out of the backcourt. Levine has enough strength to convert there through the contact.
The Bulls shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
Here's Adebayo. The dish to Ariza. Shoots over Satoransky. And that misses badly. Air ball.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backcourt.
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Vucevic with the block.
Well timed by Vucevic. Not a center who piles up blocks, but this guy picks his spots.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in. That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Outside, Levine. And Levine throws it down.
Oh, how about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. Here's Nunn. Here's Ariza. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
A strong finisher around the rim. Ariza with the size to do some damage.
For 3, Levine. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Zach Levine.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. The first half mercifully coming to a close. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny's here. Shaq is here. Zach LaVine was the man in the first. He ended up with 33 points and 2 assists. Kenny, your thoughts on how the Bulls are playing?
Well, they knocked the wind out of the defense in transition, converting fast break baskets in volume. It's a runaway lead right now. In fact, this looks like a track meet.
Shaq, let's get your insight on Miami. Thanks for joining.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
And the way he goes at defenders, he is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
Yeah, almost inviting contact, that attack mentality on full display.
Kendrick Nunn out there with Robinson. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Ariza in at the 4. That's the group on the 4 for Miami. Levine kicks to Satoransky. Shoots. Levine can't hit. The Heat trail by 13. Here's Butler. And slam dunk by Butler.
Ariza's been in the league a long time, so a great job of reading the defense with some rhythm that time.
Pass to Satoransky. Lets the three fly. Vucevic, great positioning on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Left side, Butler. Down low. Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Smart play by Jimmy Butler. Spots the open man. Tack up an assist.
And slam dunk by Vucevic.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Bulls lead by 15.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets are always the result of that extra effort.
And every bit of the body control right there for Adebayo out there, going right through the contact.
Greg, is a broadcaster, who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who is my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
I'm glad we got to see the Mobile One block once more. What a play.
And he's all over that shot. Has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
Achua, he's checked in for Adebayo. And White kicks to Levine. And he banks in the layup. Levine's got 37.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Dragic the pass to Bjelica. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. 17 points was their biggest margin. Levine kicks to White. And here is Achua. Here's Strus. Iguodala up top. He's covered by Aminu. Stolen by Markkanen. Strus passes to Achua. And here's Iguodala outside. The shot, no good. And it's Chicago the other way. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game. That game marks the first half of a quick two-game homestand. And White kicks to Levine. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. Nice work at the line so far, going 5 for 5.
And examining his numbers this season, we can see that he's been an exceptional free throw shooter, right around 85.
And the technical free throw is good. And Miami making a change here. Heroes check in. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Stolen by Markkanen. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on Goran Dragic.
And a good free throw shooter who's really increased his volume over the years. Levine with a lot of ways to beat you.
And he sinks the second. 1:16 left to play in the third. Pass to Strus. It's deflected.
A great shot blocker from the combo forward. Aminu's length helping him there.
And Levine with the slam.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim. There's 47 seconds left to play in the third. Dragic with it. Clock at 6. Lets it go from deep. The shot, no good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Aminu has some all-around abilities, and I like to see him get going on offense.
The Heat trail by 18. Outside Dragic. No good from outside.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Here's Aminu, and he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Aminu's got his first points of the game.
Well, huge mistake not to block out Aminu. He loves to generate offense off the glass. We saw it there.
Here's Dragic, banked in off the glass.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
It's not going to go for him. And so it's Zach LaVine making things happen for Chicago. This has been a remarkable game for him offensively. Anytime you get over the 40-point mark, it's been a special, special day. Back to the action after this word. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
What an advantage if your off guard can make plays so valuable.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Taking a look at the Bulls, we've got White, Young out there with Vucevic. Then there's Thomas Satoransky. And it's Williams at the three, the small forward. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. And you played with the great one in Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think two guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid. I think are the two guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line, they give you rim protection. I throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
Three young, dynamic centers. Those are good names.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, the last thing Jimmy Butler's afraid of is a little contact.
Trevor Ariza's checked in for Tyler Hero. Both good from the line that time.
And with a name like Duncan Robinson, you wonder, were his parents Spurs fans?
Good call, GA, but I don't think so. He was born in 1994. That's a few years before Tim Duncan joined the Spurs alongside the Admiral. Good NBA name.
Here's Young. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And so Young nails them both. Miami with the ball. They trail by 18. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Minnesota, where they'll take on the Timberwolves. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Now, here's Nunn. Outside for Robinson. Clock at 4. Butler passes to Adebayo. The shot's good on the assist by Butler.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
The pass to Vucevic. Satoransky against Nunn. Second shot opportunity. Williams with a clean look. They get it again. Vucevic. Young finds Satoransky. Here's White. And again, Chicago. No good.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Adebayo drives in. And there is the whistle. That goes on Kobe White. That's his third foul of the game. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone. Adebayo against Vucevic. Double team on Adebayo.
He may not be the strongest inside presence in the league, but still, he's got to convert from there.
Butler with the steal. To the inside. It's deflected. It's stolen by Vucevic. Young, right side. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Bulls lead by 18.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Here's Adebayo. Back to Nunn. Passes to Adebayo. Young with the steal. For the finish. And it's Williams finishing it off.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
Back to Nunn. 6 to shoot. And Spaz Robinson. Three-pointer, Butler. And again, it's the Heat missing.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
Out to White. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. And it's Vucevic missing.
That's pretty much the only way to keep him from taking advantage of you down low. You got to play tough, physical defense.
Double team on Adebayo. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
You two players.
That's a jump ball.
And it's the Heat with the ball. Reeves it dishes to Butler. Shot clock at 5. Rebound by the Bulls. And that's a foul called on Bam Adebayo. That's his first foul. Goran Dragic is checked in for the Heat. Levine's checked in for the Bulls. Adebayo against Vucevic. Williams kicks to Vucevic. Pass to Levine. There's the triple. But they recover it. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Outside Robinson. Pass to Adebayo. Shoots over White. And again, it's the Heat missing. Shoots the 3. And the miss. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about them. Kendrick Nunn out there with Robinson. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Ariza in at the 4 slot. And so the tip-off, it's Miami. Greg, in terms of personnel, not exactly the matchups we were expecting to see tonight.
You know, Kevin, with all the injuries and some guys now having to step into unfamiliar roles, in some ways that makes tonight all the more intriguing to see which guys are going to step up and deliver.
Here's Nunn. Loads it up for Adebayo, and Adebayo throws it down.
With strong athleticism, Adebayo can finish just about any lob with his large catch radius.
The shot's good.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Adebayo passes to Butler. Heat moving the ball around. Here's Nunn. Sabonis with the block. They recover it. Yep, that one goes.
Second chance points kill you. It's a strength of Adebayo picking up the garbage and putting it in.
To the middle. Sweet move. It's rebounded by Indiana.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
Nunn against LeVert. Inside, here's Turner. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist.
Boy, tough trying to match Turner's intensity. I mean, once he's committed to scoring the ball, you're not stopping it.
Ariza against Sabonis. Ariza no up. And here are the Pacers now. Last time they met was in Indiana.
And their last time playing this club, foul trouble became a big problem for them. Their starters had to take an early stint on the bench.
They've just got to be more careful tonight. It's that simple. I mean, those guys are too valuable. They need them on the floor.
Here's Nunn. The Pacers making the shot. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The Heat shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. He's perfect from the line this time.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
The Pacers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Sabonis feeling it out a bit. Passes it to Turner. He can't get that one. Great D that time from Adebayo. Butler with the ball, and Holiday picks him up defensively. And Butler, here we go, and he makes that one.
No stopping this guy. I mean, even when you knock Butler around a little bit, he's got the brute strength to power his way through.
Brogdon outside. Right side, Sabonis. Back to Brogdon. Sabonis finds Brogdon. Here's Butler. The second effort. Kicks it out to Ariza. The pass to Adebayo. Just 4 to shoot. Nunn against Turner.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Butler against Brogdon. Shoots from the line. Rebound by Butler. And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for the Heat. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
And you know what, guys? It just seemed like they never really had the kind of energy necessary. They just weren't comfortable on the defensive end.
The Heat leading by 4. Ariza has the open look. The rebound by Turner.
And, guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. It's stolen by Ariza. Stolen by LeVert. To end the drought. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's his first trip to the line.
And on the season, he's just a shade under 80 from the line. I'll bet he'd like to get that up over that mark.
Now here's Dragic. He's provided them with some scoring punch and is averaging 13 points a game. It's Bjelica. Offensive rebound. Here's Iguodala. And no good on the last second attempt this time. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Heat?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
They've got Achua. Bjelica is out there with Iguodala. Then there's Dragic, and it's Hero in the 2-guard. That's the group on the floor for Miami. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Heat.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnover.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnover.
Last outing for Indiana. They won that game against the Rockets in Houston.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
They found their rhythm and kept piling it on. And a huge boost of confidence on the road for sure. That's serving it up on the platter there. What a nice pass. A high percentage look was the result.
Iguodala outside. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Miles Turner. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
Oof. That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are 2 guys that still are very reliable.
The Heat making a switch here. Strus is checked in. McConnell with it. Now guarded by Dragic. Outside Holiday. No good there. Dragic with some nice D. Miami leading by 3. Pass to Hero. Back to Dragic. 4 on the shot clock. And that one is good. Dragic has got 4 points this quarter.
And I respect the craftiness and savvy of Dragic. I mean, when he gets positioned deep inside, he finds a way to score.
McConnell kicks to McDermott. He lobs it up. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Bjelica passes to Dragic. Another miss by Dragic.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
On the wing, Lamb. To the paint. Stolen away. Here's Hero. No points in the game yet for him. And it's sent back by Turner.
Oh, these arms of Turner just go on forever. I mean, which is part of the reason he's able to rack up the block shots that he does.
Yep, it goes in, and the Miami lead is cut down to just 3 on the basket for McDermott.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
Now, here's Dragic. He's provided them with some scoring punch and is averaging 13 points a game. Outside Holiday. The shot off that time. Miami leading by 3. And Bielitsa kicks to Dragic. Here's Hero. He's covered by McConnell.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
And here are the Pacers now, following the score by Miami. A shot by McConnell, no good.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Hero, no good.
Well, I cannot believe he didn't capitalize there. And neither can he.
McConnell scanning the floor. To the middle. Here's McDermott. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
And mark that one down right there. It's going to be a long time until we see him miss another one like that.
Strus passes to Dragic. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And Dragic came into the NBA with something on his resume that not many other rookies have. He has a ring from winning the Slovenian Pro League the year before he came to America.
First one falls for him. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Sabonis, he's checked in for McDermott. Justin Holiday comes in for Lamb. LeVert's checked in for Aaron Holiday. And Malcolm Brogdon subbed in for T.J. McConnell. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Duncan Robinson, he's checked in for the Heat. Brogdon against none. And here is Brogdon. For Miami, they have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6. The first free throw is good. And Adebayo drops them both.
It's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
And so it's the Miami Heat ahead by 9 as the quarter. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. They were never able to get the lead above. Thanks for joining. I'm just focused on music. They say my last tape was a classic, but I got some hot
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You look at Bam Adebayo in this game, guys. He has been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
On the court for Indiana, Sabonis and Turner up front. Malcolm Brogdon out there with Karis LeVert. And it's Holiday in at the small forward. Now here's Butler. And slam dunk by Butler.
And I love watching Jimmy Butler play. This guy is just fun to watch. I mean, he's a tremendous dunker, strong physical body, and he knows how to throw it down.
Turner against Butler. It's Turner, high post. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Nunn passes to Adebayo. And the layup's good off the glass. Adebayo's got 10 points in the game.
You see the offense coming around for Adebayo. Entered the league with raw skills, but he's had the benefit of great coaching.
Now, here's Brogdon. And we know he can score. He's averaging around 21.5 points a game. And with that, the Heat lead is cut down to 7 points thanks to the hoop from Turner. Here's Nunn, following the score by Miles Turner. Holiday against Butler. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Miles Turner. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. Butler with the steal. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
You 2 players.
Down the Pacers with possession here. Pacers trail by 8. Sabonis kicks to Brogdon. No good on that one. Excellent D that time from Robinson.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
And foul. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
2.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for a reason. Tyler Hero comes in for Duncan Robinson. And it's Dragic in for Kendrick Nunn. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Doug McDermott, he's checked in for Turner. Jeremy Lamb comes in for Justin Holiday. Aaron Holiday is checked in for Karis LeVert. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Brogdon. And there's a minute 45 left in the third quarter of the game. Dragic comes with the double team. Pass to Holiday. 5 on the clock. It's stolen by Dragic. And here we go. Butler heading to the hoop.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands.
Yeah, he wanted credit for the basket and the assist on that one.
McConnell with it. Butler covering. McConnell passes to Lamb. 1:09 left in the third. And no good to start the night, missing his first attempt there.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
McConnell kicks to Holiday. There's 47 seconds left to play here in the third. Lamb against Butler. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Sabonis trying to get open. Chalk up 2 there.
You know, this is an area Lamb must continue to improve his passing. And when he passes it like this, it helps out a lot.
Bounce pass, Dragic. Butler against Lamb. Butler passes to Dragic. Iguodala finds Butler. No good that time. Nice D from Sabonis. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Goran Dragic.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
Both free throws good from Holiday. 7 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Iguodala. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. And the Heat lead by 12.
You just can't give Iguodala these looks. He's too experienced and crafty down low.
And so it's the Miami Heat enjoying a 12. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the 4th quarter. On the court for the Heat, Iguodala out there with Bialic. Then there's Dragic. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Strus in at the 2-guard spot. It's Brogdon on the wing. He dishes it to McDermott. Back to Brogdon.
Boy, the development of Brogdon's jump shot really has elevated him into that upper tier of combo guards.
Now here's Dragic. Loads it up for Adebayo. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely sleep.
Iguodala with the steal. Adebayo with the ball. Final quarter of play, about 1.5 minutes off the clock into it. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for Miami.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
Yeah, and the other thing they've done since the beginning of this game is score points off turnovers and in bunches.
Miles Turner, he's checked in for Doug McDermott. Now, here's Brogdon. Now, Adebayo. In the corner, it's Robinson. Nunn, bounce pass. Ariza kicks to Adebayo. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
And offensively, they seem to have turned a corner.
Yeah, I don't know if it's coincidence or not, but a much better half since they changed hoops. And they're really looking strong here.
Now, here is Holiday. It's stolen by Adebayo. Passes it to Ariza. Now, Adebayo. Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion draft. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in 2 different settings.
Yeah, I mean, 2 very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. The New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play for Pat Riley and then get the opportunity to go and be a part of a brand new team in a new country, if you will, was also a really cool experience as well.
I hope we can take a petition started by you and me to get the NBA back in Vancouver. I miss
and
going
Seattle,
to
right? Let's get back in both those cities.
Exactly. Here's Adebayo following the score by Miles Turner. Shot clock at 6. Adebayo down low. Defended by Sabonis. And so it's Turner with it. He brings it up for the Pacers. Trailing by 17. Brogdon looking it over. Stolen by Nunn.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Miami.
One area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
I think it sparked their offense. It deflates the opposition, and when you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's pretty hard to overcome that defensive pressure down the stretch.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29.
And after having fallen behind in this season series, tonight they avenged themselves, taking the final game of the year between these two, finishing at 2 up and 2 down against Indiana.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Bam Adebayo.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Now here's Adebayo. Just 3 to shoot. The Heat need to get a shot off. Stolen by LeVert. Now here is Holiday. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And the first one drops. Both free throws good from Holiday. Here's Nunn. And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
The pass to Dedmon. 11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Clock at 6 from the arc. And it's Strus missing. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks.
starting to feel the wear and tear of the season a little bit. That comes across in his rebounding numbers. They've dropped off this month. He needs that second win, and no doubt he'll get it soon.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Satoransky runs the point with Levine at the 2. Williams is out there with Young. And it's Vucevic in at the 5, home in the paint. And for the Pacers, Sabonis and Turner up front. Brogdon out there with LeVert. And it's Holiday in at the 3 spot. In the corner, it's Brogdon. Not many teams have the personnel, Greg, to work the ball through the post, but that's what we're going to see plenty of tonight. These two teams can do it.
No doubt, Kevin. It can really add a dimension to your offense, and it creates different rotations defensively, especially when you've got someone down low that's going to demand a double team. And so I'm interested to see, in essence, some old school basketball in terms of how teams rotate out of that post.
I am too. And so it's Turner with it. He brings it up for the Pacers. Coming into this, having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
It came down to execution. No wasted possessions, and that is absolutely essential trying to win on the road.
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly. No coverage that time. Brogdon's got his second bucket of the game to go.
You can see Malcolm Brogdon has the ability to score from all 3 levels. In the paint, from 3, or right there going to the mid-range game.
Now, here's Vucevic. 29 points for him last game against Orlando.
And guys, he was also huge on defense, turning away 2 shots and altering countless more.
And a long windup and strong follow through on the one-hand jam.
Yeah, he's not going to mess that one up. They double him with Vucevic. Lays it in off a pretty alley-oop.
This guy is such a good all-around player. Karis LeVert sharpening his court awareness and finding his open teammates.
And Levine, here we go. And he makes good on the layup.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here's Brogdon after the made shot from Zach LaVine. He was all alone on that one. Brogdon's got 6 points.
You can see that this coaching staff trusts Malcolm Brogdon's ability to make the right decision. Nice pick and roll play right there.
Now here's LaVine. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Orlando.
He was also an excellent setup man as well. This guy was cutting the defense to shreds with incredible passing.
Now here's Brogdon. Zach LaVine unable to get his last shot to go. Over LaVine. Again, Indiana.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Outside, LaVine to the inside. And Young slams it home.
Now, Zach LaVine is a solid passer. This guy entered the league as a point guard, puts it on the money there.
Outside, Sabonis. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Here's Vucevic. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. Trailing by 2.
And we all know that defense, not necessarily the strong suit for Vucevic, but it's an area that he has definitely shown some improvement.
No doubt, Greg. His greatest strength, obviously, is ability to get on the backboards and rebound with a high efficiency and production. And the key is he's worked to mask those defensive deficiencies. Not a lockdown anchor, but certainly a better team defender than when he entered the league. You know what? There seems to me to be an infectious energy when we're talking about Domantas Sabonis. This is a big man with a great future in the NBA.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. McDermott's checked in for Miles Turner. Jeremy Lamb comes in for Justin Holiday. Aaron Holiday's checked in for Karis LeVert. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Brogdon. Now, here's McConnell. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Houston.
Boy, and defensively, he had them off balance. He was able to come away with 4 steals.
Sabonis inside. Defended by Tice. Count the basket.
What a read from Domantas Sabonis. This guy's passing ability and vision is special.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Now here's White. Tight defense on him. Outside, Markkanen. Pass to Levine. The tray. It's rebounded by Indiana. Now here's McConnell. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. And here's Holiday. And so it's Malcolm Brogdon making highlights for the Indiana Pacers. He notched 8 points. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Pacers so far, guys.
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
As a coach, I think you get a certain feel for what your team needs, and credit this guy for not waiting around. He went ahead and made the adjustment.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Markkanen is out there with Daniel Tice. And it's Aminu in at the 3, the small forward. McConnell kicks to Sabonis. That misses off the backboard.
Listen, if you're that wide open, you have to take the shot, even if it's not your favorite.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Indiana trailing here. Outside Holiday. Down low. Here's McDermott. Markkanen pulls it in. Here's Levine. Lays it up and banks it in. Levine's got the lead up to 3 now for the Bulls.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Sabonis. And it's good. 2 points.
We are talking about 6'11", 240 pounds of nothing but big-time athlete. Domantas Sabonis doing work.
Now here's Levine. He's tightly guarded. That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Now here's McConnell. White covering. 7-foot shot. The shot that time not on target. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there.
And that was a tough one. They expected to play well and did, just not well enough.
You know what? At the end of the day, it wasn't as close as it should have been. There were lapses all night that led to the deficit they couldn't overcome.
5 to shoot.
Well, McDermott is working on that interior game because he has size and touch.
Chicago leading. Levine looking around, and Levine throws it down.
I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
My question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question, and believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence, and so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that right
now. No, we don't do that part.
Justin Holiday's checked in for the Pacers. Karis LeVert comes in for Aaron Holiday. Here's Brogdon. Misses off the left iron.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Good. Vucevic has got his second bucket.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Brogdon outside. Inside, stolen by Markkanen. Pushing it up. Here's Satoransky, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Chicago shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
Young's checked in for Chicago. Brogdon outside. It's good.
What a heady offensive player. Malcolm Brogdon just understands when to shoot, when to score. Beautiful.
Satoransky, the pass to Young. Back to Satoransky. Williams kicks to Young. Passes to White. Chicago needs to get off a shot here, and it's Vucevic missing. Pacers trail by 7. Up top, Brogdon. 23 points for him the last game against Houston.
And his court vision was extraordinary, too. Let's not forget that. He was flawless passing the ball.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Here's Satoransky, and that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, and welcome back, dude. It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. They kept at it on both. That's all for now.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half, got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court right now for the Pacers. Sabonis and Turner up front. LeVert out there with Brogdon. And it's Holiday in at the 3. Up top, Brogdon. Satoransky covering. Again, Brogdon missing. The Bulls leading by 7. Young finds LaVine. Now Williams. In deep, and the basket good. A bank shot that time.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And so it's Brogdon who brings up the ball for the Pacers. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Malcolm Brogdon does a nice job to commit, gets himself a trip to the free throw line.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Here's LaVine. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
You know, I like that mentality by LaVine, taking it inside, mixing it up a little bit.
And so LaVine nails both of them. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so
what a dunk! Look out below! Such a big-time athlete. LaVine makes the hardest moves look easy.
Brogdon looking it over. Pass to LeVert. to the inside. That is good. And the Bulls lead is cut down to 9 in the bucket from Sabonis.
Boy, you cannot give Sabonis this kind of advantage. He's got the kind of touch and focus necessary to score it.
Sabonis with the steal. LeVert in the corner. The three. The second effort. Sabonis, no good.
Only 20% shooting in this quarter. They need to set up. Well, bit by bit, Zach is becoming physically tougher, which makes you mentally tougher.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Here's Brogdon. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Young outside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Malcolm Brogdon.
Well, that's the length of Thaddeus Young, right? He has got such long strides on his way to the cup.
Indiana making some changes. Jeremy Lamb's checked in for Justin Holiday. Aaron Holiday comes in for Karis LeVert. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Malcolm Brogdon. Then for the Bulls, Daniel Tice is checked in for Vucevic. Aminu comes in for Williams. And it's White in for Satoransky. Chicago leading by 13. Here's Levine. And Levine with the slam.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
You know this. It's not easy building a lead on the road, but this team has been lights out throughout the game.
McConnell with it. Wide on him. It's deflected. They get it back. Shot's good by Turner. 1:41 left in the third quarter. Levine against Holiday. And Levine here with
Elite athleticism. Levine able to go up, take the hit, and convert.
The Pacers making a change here. McDermott's checked in. And the Bulls making a change also. Markkanen's checked in. A lot of talk about reseeding in the playoffs when you got down to the final 4 teams. If it ensures the 2 best teams make the finals, it would seem to me, Greg, to be worth it. What about you?
You know, it could be. I think about the worldwide attention on that championship round, but you got to get the Eastern Conference teams to sign off on that. And, you know, we've seen it happen in the past where the power shifts from one conference to the other. But ultimately, nothing better than seeing the 2 best teams play for it all.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
No one near Turner as he lets it go. Can't hit the free throw line jump.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger. How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass? They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
McConnell with it. Wide on him. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Tice. .27 seconds left in the third. 6 to shoot. Here's McConnell.
And he can't find a way to get any points. The D has had him completely bottled up.
He's so frustrated. Hasn't had a make all game. It's making it very difficult for them to find any success.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
This is his first free throw of the game.
An 85% shooter there, and they've been able to count on him hitting his shots from the line.
I think I like the skill set of Doug McDermott. He's a phenomenal shooter, and he's got tremendous range.
And so it's Chicago, closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. Their defense has been active and effective. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes,
what a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Lauri Markkanen is out there with Aminu, and it's Vucevic in at the 5.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Well, few will be able to match up with Levine in the open court. Fast and fluid.
White against Brogdon. And there's the defensive 3-second call. On the dunk contest, we saw Michael Jordan take on Dominique Wilkins. These days, not as many star players are participating in these skills competitions, like Greg, the slam dunk.
I think it's a great point you raised, Kevin, and I think in part because back in that era, you know, the reality is guys didn't make the kind of dollars they make today. And there was more risk, I guess, in the mindset of guys today, and they didn't want to take that challenge on. So I wish we would see more of our stars in the slam dunk contest, but I don't think that's going to be the case, unfortunately, as much as we'd all like to see it.
He's got the size to make that an easy finish. Vucevic, deep position, and he's golden.
Brogdon, and once again off the mark by Indiana. The Bulls leading by 23. Here's Levine, and Levine throws it down.
Boy, what else is new? This guy's accuracy this quarter has been phenomenal.
To the middle, they double him with Vucevic, and they pick up 2.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Here's Levine, and the jam by Levine.
Well, you can tell when Zach Levine gets in a little bit of a rhythm, he stays aggressive. Nice job tonight.
And Turner kicks to LeVert. And he lays it straight in.
Nice job creating for the easy deuce.
The Bulls have gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. Levine against LeVert. Now here's Levine. He's guarded closely. It's over McDermott. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. The Pacers have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Turner with it. Williams picks him up. Turner inside. Vucevic on him. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
These are the kinds of plays that can be game changers, that can make you hang your head.
Sabonis, he's checked in for the Pacers. Thaddeus Young, he's checked in for Chicago. Satoransky comes in for Kobe White. And Levine, here we go. And Levine throws it down.
I tell you, when Levine gets up ahead of steam, he's really difficult to stay in front of.
We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Brogdon, and there are the Pacers with another bucket.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
And there's the pass to Satoransky. Back to Levine. Pass to Satoransky. 6 on the shot clock. Levine passes to Satoransky. Back to Levine. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. But they'll get another chance. And Young kicks to Levine. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Bulls.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
And not just a win tonight, guys, but a win on the season series as well, as they finish with 3 out of 4 games against this opponent.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Zach LaVine.
What a selfless effort tonight. He's done such a great job finding guys in their appropriate spots.
LaVine with it. Pass to Satoransky. Outside Williams. Pass to LaVine. From deep. Off target with that shot.
Well, you've got to have anticipation.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for
helps.
You're in the game as a sideline reporter. How is that recording, and now that you're going to be in the game a lot more than even in just the My Career Story?
I'm super excited because 2K is awesome because everybody loves it. Kids love it, adults love it, women love it, men love it. NBA players actually like playing it. So it's just such a likable game, and it's so...
Let's now take a look at some of the numbers for Zach LaVine.
And their analytics department won't be happy with the dip in his effective field goal percentage this month. He's not taking the smart shots he was earlier in the season. Maybe trying to do a little bit too much.
So the opening lineup for the Heat. Jimmy Butler is out there with Trevor Ariza. Then it's Robinson. Then it's Kendrick Nunn. And it's Adebayo in at center. And for the Bulls, Satoransky runs the point with LaVine at the 2. Williams is out there with Young, and it's Vucevic in at the center. Now here's Butler. Zach LaVine unable to get his last shot to go. And he gets the bucket. And the NBA, Chris, with a long regular season, we know that. Are there things that can make the season seem even longer or shorter or in between for that matter?
Yeah, Kevin, well, I'll tell you what, the cliche, time flies when you're having fun. We all know that's true. So when you're losing or not seeing eye to eye, that's when the season can really drag on.
And here are the Heat now after the Bulls pick up 2. We're about 1 minute into the first. Bulls up on the wing. The shot by Adebayo, no good.
Their movement is good, and they get the ball into the right hand. Now, usually he drops those in between jumpers.
And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for Miami. They beat the Bulls during their last encounter in Chicago.
Well, last time out, they got the win in large part because of the play of their bench, and they provided a lot of the scoring punch.
Well, it's such a boost. I mean, not something you want to have to count on every night, but you can tell how much they trust their reserves.
Here's LaVine. Tries again. Pass to Satoransky. Kicks to Williams. On the wing, LaVine. Just 5 to shoot. Stolen by Robinson. And here we go. It's Butler. And it's Butler with the jam.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. Now here's LaVine. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Orlando.
It was never all about himself. He came away with a lot of assists in that game and just kind of kept everybody in the mix.
And when you think about it, Thaddeus Young, he can be a thorn in the opposition side. He's just a great disruptor on defense. I mean, he has long arms, good timing to get those deflections.
Here's Nunn. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Nuggets in Denver. The shot by Adebayo, no good. For Chicago, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game.
Now, that's the specialty of LaVine's. I mean, if you're the defense, you got to know he's looking to dunk it home, make a poster on him.
And with Young, I mean, his game has evolved over the course of his career.
Think about it, Jay. He came into the league. He was an up-and-down tweener. I think what's made him more consistent of a player you can rely on, is his defense has improved, and along with his shooting. Now, he uses different methods, but he still gets it done as a vet.
Here's Robinson. After the made shot from Nikola Vucevic. Butler against Williams. And it's Butler with the jam.
Butler can get up. I mean, people take his hops for granted. That's the easy flush.
LaVine against Robinson. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Satoransky the pass to Young. And Young slams it home.
Now, once Satoransky sees the open man, he gives it away. He knows how to run an effective offense.
Nunn kicks to Robinson. Here's Butler. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Butler's got 8.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Levine, averaging around 27.5 points a game, one of the best in the league.
Because he's so dangerous, the D is often drawn to Levine. I mean, it opens up some wide passing lanes for him.
Here's Nunn, trailing by 4. Butler in the corner. Clock at 6. Lets it go. That shot, no good. So the Bulls will take it the other way. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
That's just the communication and the energy. It just seemed non-existent on defense, and that can't happen. Not at this level.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Thaddeus Young.
An outstanding athlete for a player of his huge build. Adebayo will bang and bump with the best of them.
And Adebayo drops them both.
Oh, this is a big fella who has no problems at the foul line. I mean, a very smooth touch on the stroke.
White left side. And Levine puts up a deep 3. No good on the last second attempt there. And that does it for the first quarter. Bulls lead by 4. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And from what we've seen so far from the Bulls, what's your take?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So the Bulls 5 right now. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Lauri Markkanen is out there with Daniel Tice. And it's Aminu in at the 3 slot. Now Dragic after Zach LaVine missed from long range. The offensive rebound. The Bulls leading by 4. And the pass to Tice. To the paint. Stolen away. Dragic left side. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And there's the toughness Dragic needs to show. Able to finish in the face of some very tight defense.
White finds Tice. Outside Levine. It's White on the wing. He's covered by Iguodala. Here's Tice. He gets it in there.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Dragic the pass to Iguodala. Back to Dragic. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. Dragic has got 4 points in the quarter.
Oh, and with the fast eyes, Iguodala finding the open man.
There's Levine, and the jam by Levine.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. And here's Dragic. He's provided them with some scoring punch and is averaging 13 points a game. Iguodala's drive. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Well, that's what I would say about Iguodala's game. Relentless.
Chicago leading. Down low. There's Markkanen. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Greg, if you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this area at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
Thaddeus Young, he's checked in for the Bulls. And Miami with a change here, too. Kendrick Nunn, he's checked in for Goran Dragic. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. Satoransky looking around. Got a piece of it. And here we go. It's Butler. Beyond the arc. Chicago grabs the miss. And Williams, here we go.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the knee.
Chicago shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. And the first one at the line is good. Trevor Ariza's checked in for the Heat. And Williams drops them both.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
We've got 1:18 left here in the second. Here's Butler. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
These type of buckets fuel Butler. He welcomes the challenge of outworking the defense.
And White kicks to Williams. Satoransky with it. 9 points last game out. Just 5 on the clock. Williams passes to Young. First trip to the free throw. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
More of a shooting than passing guard. White still able to find the open man.
Nunn kicks to Adebayo. 20 seconds left in the first half. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game. And that'll be the third of the 4 straight at home.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Bounce pass from Adebayo. And we finished one half of basketball. It's the Bulls.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us. It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. The largest lead they had was 6 in the opening period. Looking at the Bulls, how about you, Shaq? What did you think about Chicago?
You have to love how they're using their heads smart. Good ball movement, smart shots. Look.
And that.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You look at Jimmy Butler. He's really been playing well.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
On the floor for Miami, Robinson is out there with Kendrick Nunn. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Ariza in at the power forward position. There's Levine. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Bam Adebayo.
No fear trying his luck inside. You know he has hops.
And so Levine nails both of them. Greg, did you know when you were playing that you'd eventually want to call games, be in the broadcast table?
Kevin, no idea. I didn't have any clue. And quite honestly, didn't really think that there was a career that one could have in terms of broadcasting, you know, because cable was just kind of coming on as I was retiring. You didn't have your own network and the things that we take for granted now. So looking back on it, no, but boy, am I glad I did.
I am glad you did too. You probably don't remember this. Doc Rivers and I were doing a game. You came over to say hi to the two of us, went back out on the floor. Doc nudges me and said he'll be great in TV someday. So we saw it then.
He's a good mind. The man knows what he's talking about.
Outside Butler, pass to Nunn, back to Butler. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
An effective scorer. Butler, he's capable of spotting up or creating for himself just like that.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And you can tell he feels he should have had it still. The hustle was impressive.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Daniel Tice is checked in for Vucevic. Lowry Marketing comes in for Thaddeus Young. And it's Aminu in for Williams. White is checked in for the Bulls. And Miami also making a switch. Bielitsa's checked in. Now Dragic. Shot clock at 5. It's stolen by Tice. And here we go. Fast break. Levine's got it. And the jam by Levine.
A blur in the open floor. Levine is great at hustling and converting in transition.
Here's Dragic. Lets it go with the 3. It's rebounded by Tice. And here we go. The Bulls fast break. Levine with the... Whoa, what a finish!
Run that back. I want to see the replay now. Got to give Levine some love. Many of the dunks he pulls off are just flat out nasty.
Bounce pass, Dragic. And stolen by White. Here's Levine. And the jam by Levine.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
And then Levine with the jam.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Well, they're playing well as a unit, taking shots they know they can make and building this lead.
Poked away. And here we go. Levine heading to the hoop. Moving it up. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. And the Bulls lead by 16. Outside Dragic. Good ball movement here by Miami. And stolen by White. Here's Levine. Count it. And with that basket, he's now 9 of 15 from the floor.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Well, the results are clear as day. Great approach coming into the third quarter. We'll see if they can keep it up.
And a chance here to take a look at the numbers for Levine. Averaging about 27 points per, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, it gives you something you really can rely on going into every game. And you can also work off of him to look to create for others.
Adebayo is checked in for Bielitsa. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
It's White on the wing. He's guarded by Dragic. White dishes to Levine. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. The Heat trail by 16. Outside Dragic. Adebayo high post. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The Heat have looked good at the line. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Vucevic checked in for Daniel Tice. Williams comes in for Al Farouk Aminu. And Satoransky subbed in for Zach LaVine. And then for Miami, Trevor Ariza's checked in for Iguodala. Duncan Robinson comes in for Tyler Hero. And it's Kendrick Nunn in for Goran Dragic.
Wow. And how's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway.
The most magnificent alley-oop we could have seen. Here's White, and White with the stuff.
Oh, cleared for takeoff. Kobe White, the 6'4" guard, has some lift.
Nunn looking around. With 2 seconds left. The shot, no good. And so it's Zach LaVine making things happen for the Chicago Bulls. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And we'll be back with you shortly. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
This is where the NBA's headed. I mean, multi-dimensional big men. That was just a beautiful pass.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. They've got Vucevic. Thomas Satoransky is out there with White. And it's Young, and it's Williams at the 3 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls.
Man, he's such a capable scorer in transition. Once Satoransky gets a step on the D, you got to look out.
Here's Butler, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
Man, there's so many guys that, you know, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table, but in reality, they got to fill some roles, right? And, you know, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are 3 names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. Nunn wide open. The 3-pointer is right on target.
But the D didn't do a good enough job on him. He can be an ace when he gets a good look at 3.
Outside, White. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Outside, Williams. It's Young on the wing. 5 on the clock. Not going to go that time. Great D that time from Adebayo. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. Second chance shot. Passes it to Nunn. Ariza kicks to Nunn. Oh, good with the triple.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Offensive rebound. Out to White. Back to Young. Another shot. Here's Williams. Out to White. Pass to Satoransky. Back to White. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. The pass to Satoransky. There's the dish to Young. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Chicago making a switch here. Levine's checked in. The Heat also changing it up. Heroes checked in for Robinson. And it's Dragic in for Kendrick Nunn. Dragic looking it over. Williams against Butler. Chicago grabs the miss. Vucevic has got 7 rebounds in the game. And Young slams it home.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball executed to perfection.
I don't think you get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Pass to Hero. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. The Heat making a switch here. Robinson's checked in. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter.
2 minutes, 2
Adebayo down low. Vucevic on him, and the shot goes down.
Yeah, you can learn a lot by watching him operate in their offense.
White against Dragic. White the pass to Levine. To the middle. Williams kicks to Levine. On the clock. Feeds it to Vucevic. Passes it to Young. The shot's good on the assist by Vucevic. Young's got 4 this quarter.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And it's not about running up the score. It's about closing the door on any kind of comeback.
The kick out to Dragic. Off target with his 3. The Bulls leading by 15.
And this is what they wanted. Did you see that? They maintained focus all night and along the way put on quite a show.
Yeah, if you're a fan of this team, you couldn't be happier. What a performance.
And Butler gets it to go.
Oh, from role player to star, Butler's transformation has been fun to watch. Now he racks up points with ease.
Levine passes to Vucevic. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Williams against Butler. It's tipped. It's stolen by Ariza. Robinson finds Butler. .27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Out left to the wing. Shot clock at 5. Adebayo. A second chance effort. The kick out to Dragic. Pass to Butler. Miami needs to get a shot off. Young with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Levine's got it. Out to White. From outside the arc. It's off. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home. bankers like it. Here's a look at some of the stats for Domantas Sabonis.
There's been a drop-off in the rebounding numbers. He seems to be getting out-muscled on the glass in a way we didn't see earlier in the season. His last 10 games, the totals have taken a huge hit.
So here's Miami's starting group. Trevor Ariza out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Robinson. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Nunn in at the 1. And for the Pacers, Sabonis and Turner up front. LeVert out there with Malcolm Brogdon. And it's Holiday in at the small forward position. And now that we have some time away from it, Steve, how strange and wild were the NBA playoffs in the bubble?
You know, Kevin, having players see each other in hallways while going to battle later that night was definitely different. Spending that much time together. We'll eventually look back and view it as one of the most interesting times in the NBA history. You look at the success of Jimmy Butler, the NBA's most improved player in 2015, and continuing to refine his game.
Holiday goes in. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And the call will be against Sabonis. That's his first foul. None with it. Brogdon picks him up. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Oh, Turner in position. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
A primary responsibility of Brogdon's. When someone is open on his squad, he gets it to him.
Nunn passes to Adebayo. Tipped away. Outside Robinson. Nunn kicks to Butler. And that one is off. Good work defensively by Turner. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Back to Holiday. And stolen by Butler. In transition, here comes Miami. Ariza's got the ball. Turner against Butler. Now Brogdon. Playing Houston, he was nearly unstoppable. Sabonis finds Brogdon. Over Nunn. The shot by Brogdon, no good.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
And you talk about guys who play with that chip on their shoulder. Bam Adebayo has not forgotten he was cut from the U.S. national team in 2019.
And Greg, in fact, he told those close to him they will pay. A little extra motivation, fuel for the fire.
Indiana again turning it over.
Careless turnover. You lose focus for even a moment in this league. That's the result.
Doug McDermott, he's checked in for Justin Holiday. Bielitsa, he checks in for the Heat. Tyler Hero comes in for Robinson. Butler passes to Adebayo. The shot's good on the assist by Butler.
Jimmy Butler is on it, staying alert, finds his man breaking free.
It's Brogdon on the wing, defended by Nunn. And stolen by Bielitsa.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Brogdon outside. Passes to McDermott. It's stolen by Adebayo. There's a minute 40 left in the first quarter. None, that's good.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Here's Brogdon. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Left side, Sabonis. Over Nunn. And he can't bank that one in. On offense, here are the Heat. They've got an 8-0 run. Back to Butler. Pass to Hero. They get a hand on it. Bielitsa with it. Now defended by McDermott. Butler on the wing. Last game he had 13. Pass to Hero. Nunn, bounce pass. And here is Butler. Just 5 to shoot. That'll go on McDermott. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Pacers. Lamb, he's checked in for Sabonis. Aaron Holiday comes in for Karis LeVert. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Brogdon. Iguodala outside. Here's Achua. The shot's good on the assist by Iguodala.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
There's 18 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And it's Bjelica with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And so here is Indiana. 9-point game. McConnell with it. Iguodala with the steal.
And before he had time to bring the ball back in off the pump fake, out, and they're off.
And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Heat lead by 9. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And what stands out to you guys from the Heat in this one?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
And you can't cause those mistakes unless you're willing to gamble. So far, they've rolled the dice, and it's paid off.
On the floor for Miami, they've got Bjelica. Also, Achua out there. Iguodala out there with Dragic. And it's Strus in at the 2 spot. Dragic looking it over. The pass to Strus. Back to Dragic. Just 5 on the clock. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Miles Turner.
Iggy is so creative down low, just overwhelming the defense with his athleticism.
Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I'll tell you, Kev, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having. A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Iguodala dishes to Ariza. Back to Iguodala. Passes it to Achua. The dunk by Achua.
Iggy just keeping his head up on his swivel all the time.
Pacers trail by 9. Here's McConnell. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Rockets in Houston.
And he really made an impact defensively. His 4 steals were huge.
Now here's Dragic. He's covered by McConnell. Bounce pass, Dragic. Strus passes to Dragic. Iguodala against Holiday. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Now here's Ariza. He's coming off a 13-point game against Denver. Outside Dragic. Pass to Strus. Back to Dragic. Pass to Achua. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Pacers trail by 9. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. And now here's Dragic, the fast break chance, and the foul on Miles Turner. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
And already his 3rd foul. It's got to be time to get him out of there probably until the 3rd quarter.
Sabonis, he's checked in for T.J. McConnell. It's Ariza on the wing. There's the pass to Hero. The Heat need to get a shot off. Ariza with the bucket. Ariza's got the lead up to 11 now for the Heat.
Some shooters get tunnel vision, but Tyler, keeping his eyes up and his options open, delivers a great pass.
Dragic against Holiday. The putback, great positioning on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
1:31 left in the first half of the game. Taken away by Holiday. And Lamb with a clear path to the hoop. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The Pacers shooting their first free throws of the game. And he knocks down the first one. And some changes here for the Pacers. McDermott's checked in for Miles Turner. Karis LeVert comes in for Justin Holiday. And Malcolm Brogdon subbed in for Aaron Holiday. And then for Miami, Adebayo is checked in for Achua. Bielitsa comes in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Kendrick Nunn in for Goran Dragic. High post try. The Pacers pull it in. The last time these two clubs came together was also in this building, with an unfortunate ending for the home team.
And their last time playing this club, foul trouble became a big problem for them. Their starters had to take an early stint on the bench.
You know what? That's unfair to the bench to expect them to pick up all of the slack. They need to stay away from slapping and reaching.
Just 2 to shoot. Sabonis, and a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in.
Getting inside, Sabonis finishes strong. You can see how comfortable he is shooting at that range.
Nunn passes to Bielitsa. Adebayo against Brogdon. Adebayo kicks to Robinson. Good on the shot.
And right there, I like how Adebayo takes his time, scans the floor, makes the unselfish play.
Pass to McDermott. It's LeVert on the wing. Outside, Lamb. And Adebayo sends it back.
This shot can't get past Bam. His reach is just too much.
7 seconds left in the first half. Yep, it goes in, and the Miami lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket for McDermott.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And the officials call a traveling violation. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. It's the Heat. They're up by 5. We'll take it.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome you. Things were going Miami's way from the beginning. Some major league offense and defense in the mix. And that's...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. The Heat leading by 5. Sabonis and Turner up front. Brogdon out there with Karis LeVert. And it's Holiday in at the 3. So that's the group out there for Indiana. The kick outside to Butler. 6 to shoot. Lays it up off the glass. And the Heat lead by 7.
If you're defending Jimmy Butler, you got to hit him harder than that.
Pacers shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. They double him with Butler. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Just another example of losing concentration. His 4th turnover of the evening. He has to start protecting the ball better.
Andre Iguodala is checked in for the Heat. How about that mobile 1 block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Count that bucket. And now it's a 9-point Miami lead.
For his career, Bam shooting a high percentage from the field because he typically takes good shots.
Brogdon against Nunn. And it's Brogdon off the drive. It's Adebayo with the rebound. The Heat leading by 9. Nunn looking around. To the paint. Sabonis against Iguodala. Sinks that one from the post.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
Here's Holiday. And the basket is good. Holiday's got his first points in this one. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant. And
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great, great human being.
Butler against LeVert. Butler passes to Robinson. 5 to shoot. Off target from outside. And so it's Turner with it. He brings it up for the Pacers. They trail by 9 points. Brogdon kicks to Sabonis. He dishes it to Turner. Indiana needs to get a shot off. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Decent look from mid-range, but there may have been a better option for them in that set.
Outside Butler. Back to Nunn. Butler with the ball. Sabonis defending. Stolen by LeVert. Oh, Turner in position. Offensive rebound. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And it's crucial that Turner remains assertive like this because it's how he's going to get these calls.
So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. McDermott's checked in for Sabonis. Jeremy Lamb comes in for Justin Holiday. Aaron Holiday is checked in for Karis LeVert. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Malcolm Brogdon. Dragic with a wide open look. Off target from 3-point range.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Pass to McConnell. Back to Turner. And it's Turner finishing it off.
Hard to stop Turner in close. As soon as he has prime positioning, he is going for the slam.
Pass to Hero. There's 53 seconds left in the third quarter. Shot clock at 6. Here's Dragic. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Pacers trail by 5. McConnell scanning the floor, and he converts the layup.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Now Dragic, nothing yet on the scoreboard for him.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Left side, Turner. Kicks to McDermott. That falls. Nice speed that time from Turner. Now just a 1-point Miami lead. 2 on the clock. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Heat. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. On the floor for Miami, they've got Adebayo. Trevor Ariza out there with Jimmy Butler. Then there's Dragic, and it's Hero in the two-guard. Sabonis against Butler. The pass to Adebayo. Over Holiday. The shot by Adebayo, no good. Indiana trailing here. McConnell in the corner. To the inside. Here's Turner. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Outside Dragic. Outside Butler. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. The Pacers shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. Inside, it's stolen by Adebayo. The kick out to Dragic to the left wing. Adebayo drives in. Sabonis with the block. Now here's McDermott, guarded closer. Passes it to Turner, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Ariza.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Justin Holiday's checked in for McDermott. Karis LeVert comes in for Aaron Holiday. And Brogdon subbed in for T.J. McConnell. Outside Butler. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Clock at 6. That shot, no good. So the Pacers will take it the other way. Got a piece of it. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds.
Hate to see that. I know everyone's mind is on the play, but you've got to protect the ball.
Duncan Robinson, he's checked in for Hero. Loads it up for Adebayo. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And Brogdon, here we go. And here's LeVert. Back to Brogdon. 6 to shoot. On the wing, Holiday. There's Sabonis. They get the rebound. The shot by Holiday, no good.
Get that weak stuff out of here. That's embarrassing.
And Adebayo throws it down.
Showing off the dynamic athleticism. Bam is no stranger to rocking the rim.
The Pacers have gone just 1 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. Brogdon against none. The shot by Brogdon, no good.
Very surprising. He gets the ball where he wants it in a decent matchup.
Nunn passes to Adebayo. Outside for Robinson. Heat moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Butler, and he elevates for the slam. Domantas Sabonis did not like that at all.
Responsibility all on Jimmy Butler. He stepped up to the plate on that one.
I've been looking it over. Over Nunn. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate. Gigantic bucket from Butler. Close the door on that shot.
Brogdon outside.
How about the determination? Now that's what we call competing for a rebound.
Here's Butler. Yep, that one goes in there. Now it's a 7-point Heat lead.
We're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Ariza against Brogdon. And the Pacers can't get it to go. Butler up top. Turner covering. Butler kicks to Nunn. Pass to Adebayo. And so it's the Heat winning this one. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin,